Next up is AGF. First and foremost, how much do you know about this team and there is this kind of rivalry between Brøndby and AGF?
No, I'm aware. Obviously, some of the players and staff very clear in telling me about that, and history between the clubs, recent, some of it quite recent as well. So yeah, no, I'm very aware, but I have to say it's going to be a tough game. You see why they're top of the league and they're on a good run, very together team, play with a clear idea, respect the coach, good players. So we need to be ready. Also the context around the game with the temporary stadium and things like that. It's going to be a tough game. But what I would say is, and I said the same before last week as well, is I like that because I will learn so much again about the players. And the big test internally for us this week, don't care like externally, the big test is are we able to go again? You know, because we showed last week in the derby what was important to do what we did in the game and deservedly win. But it was important news, but it's old news now, and we need to look forward.
So is this like the second? It's always difficult to do it again. Is this maybe just as important as the FCK?
Yeah. Well, every game will be important. Yeah. But we'll take one game at a time. But we'll obviously talk about the game on the weekend, and it's one that we very, very much need to be ready for. But again, we need this test to grow into the team that we want to become.
How much have you had the chance to watch AGF games and see some video with them?
Yeah, it's pretty normal now. Like every team in the league would have to do the same sort of analysis on each other. So yeah, and I want to know about the opponent, and we will respect them, and we'll need to know where we think we can hurt them and what we need to be careful of. But we want to get to a place where the most important factor in any game is what we bring. And that's a big intent of ours.
They have a striker called Patrick Mortensen, which is pretty known for
a good record of scoring against Feyenoord.
Exactly. Yeah. How will you stop him?
Well, it's a challenge, of course, and it's a personal challenge for the players, but he will see it the same as well, you know. So that's the demands of a game. You know, when you put a game plan together, you have, like I just said, you have to be very aware of what can be more important than other things, and that's obviously one of the talking points. There's other things as well, but we need to create them problems as well. We need to create them problems in what they're thinking about, and I want us to be really focused on that.
You've had some more time to with the players now. You had very short preparation for the derby.
Yeah.
Now you've had some more time. How has that been? You know, getting into the routines, getting to know the players personally and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think every day with all that stuff will grow and improve and. Learning, you know, the good and the bad sides to everybody, and them of me as well. That's normal, but it's still a balance. Just like I talked last week before the derby about and I talked after it. There was a balance between not trying to give them too much to make them overthink, and then all of a sudden they're not clear with their decision making. I think that still applies. You can't solve everything in 1 week. But what I do know is, as time goes on, it gives us an opportunity to grow and to develop the identity that what we want to become, and we're taking one day and one game at a time to improve, and that's where we're at. But we're still at the infancy, really, of what I want. But in terms of attitude and effort, and like we talked about last week, that stuff is non-negotiable.
Frederik Alves, he just told that after you came here to Brøndby, it's like him being back not home, but back in the UK where he played.
Yeah.
Which thoughts have you had about, doing these small adjustments with the tracksuits and meeting up before, and how have you thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I got asked that just now by your colleague behind you. It's every time there's a change of coach, there will always be some changes in different, because you get a job because you believe in things, and that's what you bring with you. What I would say, anything that might change is or be different is only with the best interests of improving performance. It's not something that makes it easier for me or for staff. It's just how can we help the team be the best they can be to play well and win games. So if that means what a match day procedure look like, what we wear to match days, all of these things around, it's all with a performance mindset of how we improve.
How is it going to look on a away game then? Are you going to a hotel?
Depends on the location.
Okay.
Depends on the location. If it's a certain distance, then we will travel overnight and prepare. If it's something that we think is right to do on the day, then we will do that as well. So it just depends on the location of the opponent.
How's the last few days been for you? Because there's nothing like a derby win that can make Brøndby fans want to talk to the coach of Brøndby. Have you been talking to some Brøndby fans out in the streets?
Yeah. Quite a few people I've bumped into, and it's been great to meet them, even here around the stadium. So that's been good. With regards to last week, as we know, like any derby, it was a very important win and important news. But it's for the team and me, not for the supporters. For the team and me, it's old news. We've got to create some new news now on the weekend, and that's where our focus is, because we don't want to be a team that is always looking back and thinking, oh, look what we did, that was good. We need to look forward and improve.
One of my colleagues saw you in the Farm last week, and I heard in Nanna's podcast as well that you
saw me where?
In a Farum, FC Nordsjælland.
Okay, yeah. I thought you said in the Farm.
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
I don't know, maybe. And then I heard in Brøndby Lyd that you had actually gone to the exact same game when you went to Denmark.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, exactly. Is that something you think you will do more of? You know,
we
go
have
around
to
the games.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
I mean, as long as doing that doesn't take away time from doing the job here. But no, we want to. When I say we, I'm talking about myself and Alan. You know, we are the newcomers. We've got to quickly get up to speed with understanding, not just here at Brøndby, but also at the league, the culture, travel, environments at the stadiums.
Yeah.
Obviously the teams, etc., etc. So every day is a real learning day now in that, and the quicker that we can get in a good place with understanding, the better.
You saw Philip Billing at play up in FC Nordsjælland, and I remember a very, very good goal he made against the Forest team. Do you remember that as well?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, you have come to the league. He has come. You know, this is also very big for the Super League. I think.
I can imagine.
What do you think about that? You know, Premier League profiles coming to the Danish league, like you and him.
Well, I can't speak for him. But for me, I think I was pretty clear on why I wanted to be here, and that won't change. It feels even stronger now because of what I experienced in the stadium on Saturday, and also every day I'm here, the motivation is growing even more. Not that it was low anyway. So yeah, I can only speak for myself. Super committed to you know, belonging here at the football club, and you know, it seems to be growing every day, which I think is a good thing.
You mentioned that, of course, you would like to go around as long as it doesn't, you know, take time from Brøndby. Has your family gone with you to Denmark? I heard that your son was here as well.
Yeah, my son's there. Yeah.
Was he the guy with the Brøndby clothes on?
Yeah, some of my kit on. Yeah. But
I thought it was a new guy.
Yeah. Who's that? Yeah, no, he's not that. No. Yeah, my family is really important to me, and yeah, it's a private thing, but as long as people, I don't mind people knowing how important my family are, and they support me, and they allow me to come, and I think that's a good thing. But at the same time, you know, the more time they can spend here, you know, the better. Who doesn't want to come to Copenhagen?
Of course. Steve, you will be going to this temporary stadium in Vejlby, and then the game after that is in Sundby against B93. How is that for you? You know, when you have gone to Anfield, Old Trafford, stuff like that.
No. That's all of that stuff is irrelevant.
Okay.
You know, I really like the fact that we're playing in this environment on the weekend, because this will tell me a lot about the mentality of individual players, because should never take the atmosphere here for granted, and we've got to earn the right to get that atmosphere as there is, but going to where we're going on the weekend has to mean the same, because the supporters want the same. So we have to go there and show exactly the same, if not more, on Saturday. So that we need to go there with good humility. We need to go there with a good mindset, good belief. For me to play for this football club, it shouldn't matter where you play, whether it's at our stadium here in front of the amazing atmosphere or somewhere else. that can be completely different. It doesn't matter. What matters is doing what's right for the football club, and that's playing well, working hard, and winning football matches. And I like the fact we've got a game. I know I said it last week, and maybe I'm not going to say it every week, but I like the fact that we have this game this weekend.
I heard you also talk in Nana's podcast a little bit about the masterclass. Have you had some time to watch a bit of that? As well?
I've been in there a lot this week, and you would have seen some of the guys are training today, staff and players. We're going to have a strong connection with them. We can help each other, and it needs to be. It's important for the club, but it's also important to me. And why wouldn't it be? Because if we get that right, then everybody benefits.
We just talked to Nikolai. He didn't know if he was playing or not on Sunday. Also him, but the whole squad, are everybody fit to play?
Matt is out. Obviously, you've seen him come off on the weekend with a hamstring, so unfortunately he's not available. I don't think Nikolai is quite ready yet either. It's good to have him back in training. He's obviously a really important player for us, but we have to be careful with him. We have to manage that situation, which is one we have to be very, very careful with.
Yeah,
everybody else is available.
In the same subject, you will bring in here in Brøndby David Tavay, who will start in October, right? As the new physical coach.
Oh, Tivy, sorry,
Tavay, maybe my pronunciation. That's not that good.
No, it's my lack of understanding your accent. Don't worry, it's on me that now.
Why do you bring him in?
Well, because we talked before about we want to have the best possible. We want to give the players the best possible opportunities to succeed, because we know the benefits of that. And to do that now, we have to provide a good infrastructure of staff around the players, and fitness and physical is a big part of that. So we're just adding to the programme. I know David, so there's no secret there. We've worked together before a couple of times, and I feel that he can help. But we're going to get a really good balance between a couple of people that I might have worked with before, but really joining into a lot of good work that's already going on with people that have been here a while. But for us, I want us to have in the future the best of everything to help the players, whether it's a fitness program, whether it's the nutrition, whether it's coaching, I hope, medical, performance analysis. Because if we don't, we'll get left behind, and that's not something that I think we can let happen.
Yeah, Daniel Vaz was benched in the derby, but is a very important player in this football club. Where do you see his role under?
Exactly the same as I said before and after the game last week. We need everybody. The role of a coach is to try and put a plan together to execute. And part of that is the team that you pick, and sometimes there's some players. I'm not just talking about Daniel here. I'm talking about anywhere. Sometimes you go with certain decisions that you think can execute the plan, but the plan in the next game might be completely different, and after that as well. So normal football decisions.
Steve, Akamba, we've been talking to some of the reporters covering Forest at the time. Talked about you having some rituals with the Forest fans, with some fist bumps and stuff. Is there anything you've planned for gaining the love of the supporters?
It's for me understanding the rituals here, I think, because that was obviously winning the game was the focus and when we won. But then after, when you could see the songs and some of even what happened in the dressing room, I need to understand that and be part of it. But it's a new chapter here for me, and but at the same time, it isn't about me. I never think about what it means for me. I'll make no lie of the point that the stronger the relationship that I and the team can have with the supporters, I think the more of a force we will be, both home and away. And how we get there, might look different, but that's always going to be a good intention. It's been really good meeting supporters. A lot of people have sort of, I guess, introduced themselves a little bit, and I like hearing the stories of supporters and what the club means to them, and where they sit in the stadium and who they sit with, and all that sort of things. It's a big part of people's lives, and I like to hear that, because it makes me carry the responsibility even stronger.
And also on the sideline in the derby, you were also, hand in pocket, also hyping the people up behind you and also around the stadium. Was it in train at the heat of the moment, just thinking, let's get this shit started?
Yeah. You can swear, I can't. But for me, the most important thing is the game and the coaching and trying to stay engaged in the game. If there's a bit of emotion at times, then I promise it's with the right intention and the right heart. But my job is the football, is to coach the team and to help the players and to make them feel, you know, the strongest and best they can be.
You said that you had watched some of the masterclass. You have been working with the under-17s and the other youth teams in England, working with players like Saka, Foden, and
there's a long list.
Everyone else. Yeah, it's a long list. Do you think you can use some of that experience to maybe, you know, get Brøndby? It's a famous academy to have one Saka or Foden or something like that.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, you know, and. We have young players now, masterclass players in the first team squad. They're not there because they're young and masterclass. They're there because they deserve to be. But I know there's good benefits from them guys and they develop. So I think we talked about it, Nana, in the week. Like first team, senior teams that I've coached, the ones that have done the best have had good young players in it. They've had good experience as well, but they've had good young players, and hopefully that can be the case here.
On Saturday, we scored on 2 set pieces, kind of.
Yeah.
Now we're going to meet AGF, who's also very
strong,
good on set pieces. How much of a focus has it been this week, both in both ends?
Well, it's not. Well, we value and put a big importance on set pieces. So no more or less than any game, but I agree with you on what you said about they're a strong team in many ways, and set pieces is definitely one of them. So we need to be ready for that. But also, maybe we can create some good opportunities for ourselves as well.
Was it from the training pitch? Because they're 2 kind of identical situations with the free kicks?
So sometimes yes, sometimes no. You know, in like anything with football, you can give them the guys the best plans and the good intentions, but they have to feel decision making as well on the pitch as well. That's why they're at the level that they are, and I never want to take decision making away from the players. So to answer the question, it was probably a bit of both. They definitely followed some instruction, but they also executed it really well with how they did their part of it. Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you, Steve.
See you.